to you, I have to say that, and I think I should put in the public domain, that the committee was forced to summon you under a parliamentary order to get you here. This is the first time that certainly I've ever felt the need to issue such a thing in order to secure a witness. It's the first time that I've ever seen it done on any committee I've served, and I've been on select committees for most of the time that 19 years I've been in Parliament. And I think, frankly, that the difficulty of getting you here is scarcely consistent with the application that you put to be the lead campaigner for leaving the EU. I just quote one part of that application. You say that you are, quote, conscious that playing a leading part in such an important moment in our national democracy is a very significant responsibility. Do you accept now that it was a mistake to muck Parliament around as you did?
Well, I regret the fact I wasn't able to attend when Dominic Cummings gave evidence a number of weeks ago, and I'm very grateful to you for accepting my apology for that so gracefully. And then when it came to the other opportunity to attend, I'm sorry that my
there are two of those, aren't there?
I'm sorry that my diary couldn't be rescheduled to be here. But I'm
well, there are
delighted
two
to
of
be here
those. Now you raise it. The first was you decided to go to Switzerland. You told my office to meet some Swiss politicians rather than come here. Isn't that correct?
I had a trip to Switzerland to see a number of groups, including politicians, business groups, a whole host of activities, yes.
Yes, and do you think that's consistent with your duty to Parliament?
That was arranged at I was invited at about 48 hours' notice, so I didn't feel it was appropriate to change my diary at such a
You were
notice.
notified on the Friday. It was not 48 hours' notice.
I didn't receive it until the Monday.
Well, your office was notified at 2:45 on the Friday before, so not 48 hours' notice, but 4 or 5 days' notice. It's important that you give accurate evidence to this committee. If your organisation is incapable of passing on a message, that's scarcely our responsibility. Do you have any appreciation of what it looks like to a group of MPs that you're telling them they'd rather go to Switzerland than turn up?
I can only say apologise again for not being able to turn up at that point.
Okay, and then what about the following week? We said, would you come the following week? We had a message to say you're too busy.
The key objective for Vote Leave has always been to make sure that you get the best possible evidence for your inquiry into the economic and financial benefits of Britain's membership of the EU. And I think for that occasion we suggested that our former chairman, Lord Lawson, might attend in my place. As I say, he's a former chairman of Vote Leave.
Did you ask him
also
first?
a
Did you ask him
chancellor.
first?
I suggested it to him over the weekend, yes.
You have had ample opportunity to come. You declined 2 very clear and straightforward opportunities. A third, for personal reasons, you were unable to attend, which we immediately accepted as a committee. Has your organisation discussed this in its... it has a core group and a campaign committee, doesn't it?
It does.
2 groups, the core group meeting daily, the campaign committee meeting weekly. The core group chaired jointly by Michael Gove and Gisela Stewart. I wasn't intending to go into all this. I was hoping you'd just accept it was a mistake and we could move on. Not to attend. Did that core group discuss your attendance or non-attendance at any time?
It was discussed by the board of Vote Leave, but not by that core group.
Okay. And who chaired that board meeting?
It was chaired by Gisela Stewart.
Okay, and what advice did she give you?
She said that what was most important was that we gave the best possible evidence to the committee and send across the best possible witnesses to give you the best possible facts in this area. I know that she suggested a number of other people who might attend either alongside me or instead of me. And I'm very pleased to be here today. I'm glad we've been able to schedule it.
But what I want to know is whether they told you to turn up or not.
It was discussed at board level, and
did they tell you to turn up?
The board discussed the letter we sent to you about having the best possible evidence for the committee.
Did they tell you to turn up?
No.
Did they tell you not to turn up?
No. We discussed the best way to proceed, so I could come here at the earliest opportunity, which was always my intention, and I'm very pleased to be here now.
You need to realise that the only other witness, that certainly of a committee that I have chaired, who decided he didn't want to attend in the 6 years I've been chairing select committees, was the Prime Minister before the liaison committee, and he thought better of it reasonably quickly. We've had considerable difficulty getting you. Now that we've had this further exchange, can I just go back to what I said earlier? Do you now accept it was a mistake not to come?
Well, on the first occasion I wasn't able to attend. I don't think it was a mistake, no. I wasn't able to be here, and no. I'm very pleased that
We've accepted that point.
Okay.
You've had two further opportunities. Not to, do you accept that it was a mistake not to have accepted one of those opportunities? And to instead have argued, as you did, that you should attend with somebody, that you should, in fact, you refused to attend with the other Leave group, Leave EU, point blank, which required us to hold two sessions. We could have forced it, but we decided not to bother, just to get on with our business. Do you accept that all of this, the mucking around of Parliament that you've gone in for here?
I regret that it's dragged on longer than I would have hoped, and I'm very pleased to be here today.
I find it astonishing you don't just say, yes, it was a mistake, I understand, let's move on and discuss something else. But I'm not going to pursue it further, but I think people watching this session will note that the message still doesn't seem fully to have got through how close to the wind you've sailed. Can I move on, though, to discuss the budget and the EU budget and budget savings? In the Taxpayers Alliance document, you were a chairman of the Taxpayers Alliance, weren't you? Or maybe you had some other title?
I was the founder and chief executive, yes.
Yes. You headed it up. You produced a document called the EU Fiscal Fact Book. Do you remember that document?
I don't recall that document, no.
Okay, well, it was only in September